You know, there's a lot of lighting techs, directors, cameramen, some of everybody who is in consistent contact with people who work in the talent pool, who date people who work in the talent pool, who have sex with people who work in the talent pool, who might pass on something to them. And if they do that, no one's ever going to know, because even though they work in adult entertainment, because they're not working as a porn actor or an actress, you know, they have no need to get tested. So no one knows who has what. I personally think that if you are somebody who works hands-on with people within the adult entertainment industry, maybe you need to be subjected to testing too, so that people can know what you got. Something to think about, isn't it? Now, what else did I want to talk about in regards to this? You know, I'm noticing that a lot of adult talents, and I understand that they're probably scared to death, are twittering things like, oh, you know, I don't have it, I just got tested, or oh, I definitely don't have HIV or anything. I'm going to go get tested right now. It's not me. How do you know? Just saying. How do you know, considering the incubation period? And is it a big deal? Yeah, it's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. And I think that people trying to minimize this current HIV scare or outbreak or issue, I think that they're jerks. I think they're real jerks, and I also think they're very self-centered individuals, because I understand that your livelihood is at stake. But you know what? If condoms have been implemented within the porn industry and been made to see as a norm, and if safe sex had been deemed just as sexy as non-safe sex, you know, months or even years ago, there wouldn't be, you know, most likely this wouldn't be happening right now. It could be happening right now, but, you know, something to think about. Something to think about. I think everybody should get involved with trying to promote safe sex in adult movies and films, because it's not just people in adult entertainment whose lives are at stake. It's everyone who comes into contact with people who get into the adult entertainment industry. You know, there's a lot of girls who come out, and guys too, who come out to LA to work a few months and they go home, and they're sexually active with people within their hometown. And what if they don't know they have something? That's how disease is spread. You know, there's a lot of young girls, especially, you know, and I am for the young girls because I'm a woman, who their lives might be tremendously changed because they come out here, they want to do as much work as possible, they want to shoot as many scenes as possible. You know, I do believe that they're, you know, on point with figuring out who they're working with, and hopefully they're doing their research as to the people's reputations. But, you know, a lot of myths also that need to be cleared up about HIV and your likelihood to getting it rather. You know, it's not a gay or straight issue. You might work with somebody who has never crossed over into the gay side of porn, but you still are, you know, prone to getting HIV. You might get it from a girl that you do a girl-girl scene with. You know, there's a lot of myths that if you're white, you're more likely to get HIV from a black person than a non-black person. I actually found an article that I'm going to post. This is actually on Wired.com, and it makes me wonder a lot. It makes me wonder in regards to, you know, there's always been, Justin Long actually talks a lot about this. He's a male talent. He's very upset about how there's a lot of discrimination in porn, especially in regards to interracial porn. You know, there's a lot of women and men who are white who absolutely do not want to work with black entertainers. And I found this article today, and I think that it does link to a lot of myths about HIV and AIDS. Apparently, there have been scientific studies on this. I don't know how valid they are, but there are some people who believe that blacks are more prone to be carriers of HIV. So let me read a bit of this article. I think this is interesting, and this is from Wired.com, and I'll post the link on monicahome.com. It says, genetic resistance to AIDS works in different ways and appears in different ethnic groups. The most powerful form of resistance caused by genetic defect is limited to people with European or Central Asian heritage. An estimated 1% of people descended from Northern Europeans are virtually immune to AIDS infection, with Swedes the most likely to be protected. You know, that does, you know, to me, if you want to read this article in its entirety, I will link to it. This is very interesting to me, because if there has been an effort within the porn industry to keep AIDS or HIV exposure out through monoracial porn between Caucasians or only Caucasians and Asians, that's being extremely ignorant. Because it makes me wonder, if somebody is immune to contracting AIDS, just because you're immune wouldn't mean that you're also a carrier. Something to do some more research on, I suppose. But again, now I guess my whole conclusion to this broadcast is, now is not the time to try to get into porn. I know I have a website called gettingintoporn.com, but I'm going to officially state today that if you want to get into the adult entertainment industry, do it from the safety of your own home. Build your website, get off your ass, stop being lazy, put some effort into your life, build a website, become a webcam girl, and let that be it. Because it's dangerous right now. It's extremely dangerous. You have so many people who are only thinking about, oh, let me make as much money as possible and not, you know, implement safe sex practices into my life, whether it be in front of the camera or behind the camera. And, oh, if I get AIDS, then, you know, hopefully I won't come up positive, and I'll just keep on working. So dangerous, and also so heartbreaking. So I'm going to do another broadcast on this, I'm sure, tomorrow. But I wanted to, you know, come online and talk about this today because, you know, now is not the time. Don't let anyone convince you out there, oh, you're hot, you know, you can be a contract girl, or oh, you can make so much money in porn. Because look at what's going on right now. And just do a search on Twitter, just type in HIV and look at what certain adult entertainment actors and actresses, look at how they're thinking about this, and a lot of people are not taking this seriously, and that is what scares me the most. So thanks for watching this special broadcast of Monica at Home, and I'll talk about this more tomorrow at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.